there are many industries that basically require project management, and one of such industries is of course the service industry, where as soon as a deal is closed with a particular customer, you need to hop in to a project now, and you need to manage the project, and you want to map it not just with the organization but also with the contact, which now would be a POC, which in other words is nothing but point of contact, and you would also love to have this project associated with a deal. All right. So this is exactly what Vryno does. Now, if I go to the projects module, so first and foremost, the thing that you would notice is the Kanban view. Of course, you can switch it to another view, but over here you kind of get an idea of all the projects that are currently uh, in the system, and you will be able to see which one is at what stage. So you can see there are three new projects that are lined up that need to come into the picture because their due date is yet to come, right? Then we have the in progress projects, then we have the ones that are on hold, projects that have been completed, and the projects that have been lost. So if I go to one such project which is in progress right now and show you what the details look like. So over here you would see a list of things. First and foremost is the notes section. This is where you can basically internally collaborate, add the user, tag the users over here, leave them a message or an image so that you can collaborate with other individuals, get ideas. Of course, if there's any particular thing that is supposed to be checked by a user who's not in the project team, you can always tag them and basically ask for their inputs through the notes section. Then we have the details section where you have the project title, then you have the project owner, which kind of is the project head, the start date of the project, the end date of the project, whether it's a strict project. Now, what is a strict project? Strict project are those where each and every task is bound by a due date, is strongly bound by a due date. So, and in such cases, what will happen is if if a particular task within the project becomes overdue, the user or the assignee of that task will not be able to close it by him or herself. It will be the manager who will only be able to close it. So you can mark it as a strict project, and we have the project status, which you can change as you walk through a particular project as you move forward. Then you have the project team section. You can have multiple individuals over it. You can add multiple individuals to the team out of the users that are there in the CRM. The project access. Now you can set it to private. Right now it's set it public, but you can set it to private as well. What this does is, if it's public, everybody within the organization will have access to the information with regards to the project. However, if it's a private project, only the people who are in the project team will have access to this very project. Then we have contacts. Before that, I would love to talk about organizations. So first and foremost, whenever you can associate a project with a particular organization, so you know which organization this project is associated to. Second are the contacts that are coming in through that organization, which kind of becomes a POC. So these are our point of contacts. Like for example, over here we have Stephen, Beverly, Cassidy. So all these guys are basically the point of contacts. Then we have the deals section. We understand that we cannot afford to map just one deal with a project. There could be multiple deals or orders that might come into the picture as a project goes on, because of course the scope of work can change. There are a lot of things that can change in a particular project. So of course, if there is any other deal that has been closed with regards to the project, any other amount that you've got as an add-on to this project, you can add that deal as well. Then you can give it a description, project loss reason if the project is lost, what is the reason for that. Then apart from that, we have the open and closed activities section. Now what are these? Open activities are those, so first and foremost, what are activities? Let's start with the basic. Activities basically comprise of three things. One is the call log, all the calls that you're making to individuals, various individuals in the company with regards to this project. Then we have the meeting section where you have all the meetings that have been scheduled or that have been completed with regards to the individuals from a company that belong to this project. And then lastly, associated with this project, lastly we have tasks. Again, so you can log in all the calls, meetings and tasks that you're doing with regards to this project. Second, the differentiation between open and closed activities. Open activities are those that are yet to be done or are overdue, right? Whereas closed activities are those that have been completed with regards to the project. Now, if I want to get more details with regards to a particular activity, let's suppose I want to see more information about this task, all I have to do is click on this drop down and I'll get all the required information with regards to this particular task. Now, what if I want to see all the fields, right? This is just a small card that you see with regards to task. I want to see all the details. All I have to do is click on the edit button. All the details will be visible to me, and if I want to make any changes, I can do that. Then, after open and closed activities, we have project milestones. Now, what are project milestones? Project milestones are nothing but landmarks within a project. These could be major tasks that are very important with regards to a particular project's completion, right? So you can have 3 or 4 such milestones, or even more in fact, with regard to a project, and with each and every milestone you can associate tasks, which could in other words be subtasks as well. So as soon as you complete those tasks, you can change the status of that milestone to completed. So this is how milestones work within Vryno CRM. Then we have the attachment section. This is where you can upload a file or add a URL for your reference with regards to anything and everything that is basically concerned with this project, that is basically related to this project. Then one more thing that you can do, which is very interesting, is if you want to trigger an email directly to the customer, you can send an email from here directly without any. You can choose the template and send it to the customer if you want to inform him about the progress you made with regards to the project, right? You can also bring in automations, that is workflows, where whenever a stage is changed, a task is completed, a call is made, a meeting is done, if you want to trigger an email notification to your employee as well as the customer, there will be no manual intervention to it, and you can automate such tasks and such things, right? These can be taken care of by the workflows. Now, if I go to the organization, and when I started this video, I was talking about data centralization and how it's important to know what module does what in Vryno CRM. So, and when you know it, the most important thing with Vryno is going to be that each and every, you don't have to come to the projects module to see what our projects are associated to a particular organization. Normally what people do is they just go to the organization that is associated to them, check what all projects are going on right now, or for the sales rep who has closed a particular deal, they want to go to a deal or an organization to see the project that they got for the XYZ organization. Where is it right now? Is it completed? So that if there's any upsell opportunity, of course, they can reach out to the customer. This is where the essence of the CRM lies, and this is how, and with this organization section, you will now notice how the intricate details are going to help you. So all the activities that you've done with regards to a particular project are getting reflected over here, as well as open and close activities. So you know this much interaction has already taken place. Now these activities can be sales, project, case, anything. So you will be able to track them down as well with task type or call type or meeting type. So you would know how many are sales-oriented calls, how many are meeting, are basically support-oriented calls, and how many are project-oriented calls. Then we have contact section within an organization where you'll be able to see each and every individual that is coming through a particular company. So now when I go to the organization, I know these are the 3 individuals that are working for Vryno, and if I need to get in touch with them, these are their contact details, right? I can always click on this particular link and expand it to see a descriptive view of that particular contact, wherein I can see all the details that are relevant to this particular contact. Now, if there are any sub-organizations, you can list them in as well. All the deals that have been cracked, all the deals that have come through this particular organization, you'll be able to see the details, as in how much revenue, what was the expected revenue, $21,000, how much amount you actually got, and all that stuff. Where exactly is it in the pipeline? You'll be able to manage all of that and see all of that. And if there are multiple deals, all the salesperson has to do is just click on this plus button and create another deal as soon as another opportunity arises with this particular organization. Then we have the projects. You will be able to keep track of all the projects that have come through this very organization and check what is their statuses from it. So a sales rep, without actually getting access to the projects module, can see everything from the organization module itself and can ask for updates by from the projects team as to why this particular project is in progress or why this particular project is on hold, right? And then try to make things better. So what we are trying to do over here is we are trying to increase communication within the organization so that they collaborate and they work on a particular lead or a customer as a unit instead of various teams doing their jobs and just going about it. Then we have the note section where you can again add notes. You can tag others as well. You can keep notes for yourself so that if there's anything that you are not able to add from the fields with any piece of information that you're not able to add to this particular organization with the fields that you have on offer, you can of course use the note section to get to that particular piece of information. And so guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you need assistance with, feel free to reach out to us on either info@roject.com or support@roject.com. We'll be more than happy to assist you with any of the issues. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.